This video is basically going to be about my journey with Chloe. This is probably going to be a long talkie. So, bitch, get a drink and some chips because you're finna be here for a minute. So, I guess I'll start in the beginning. Okay, so me and my husband got engaged, right? And then, like, I want to say a month later, or maybe 2 months. I don't know. Sometime after that, because I know I got engaged. I know I was engaged for Thanksgiving. And I knew I was pregnant on my birthday, which was in December. So maybe about a month or whatever. Then we found out I was pregnant. First of all, finding out you're pregnant when you're not planning it fucking sucks. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit. A lot of it. I cried a lot. I was just kind of freaked the fuck out. And I was like, oh my God, you're pregnant? Like, what are you gonna do? You know, talking to myself. It was almost like I had took Trent out of the whole equation. Oh, Trent's my husband. So, yeah, Daddy Trent. $T. You know, man in pictures back there. Okay, so, yeah, I took him out of the equation, and it wasn't because I was like, I don't have a baby with him. It was just, I wasn't thinking about us as a whole. I was thinking more so like me. Like, can I take care of a baby by myself? And the answer was, hell no. So I was like, I can't have a baby right now. And then I talked to my grandmother and a bunch of other people. I had a lot of people who were close to me, as in family members, who laughed at me and made fun of me and like were excited for my downfall, really, because they looked at it as a downfall until I was like, bitch, I'm getting married. Like, somebody want my baby, bitch. Somebody excited as fuck that I'm married. Oh, and the whole time I was fucking tripping, my husband was just kind of like, I'm waiting on you. Whatever you want to do. I guess because maybe he knew deep down inside that I was like, I was going to keep my baby. But he let me kind of go through the motions, which I appreciate now, instead of just being like, bitch, shut up, you know, stop crying. So he kind of let me go through the motions. Okay, cool. So I made it all the way up to, I'm going to say like 23 weeks. Yeah, I was 23 weeks, and then it was Easter. So on Easter, I'm like, yo, Chloe is kicking. Like, girl, you're hurting me. And I like laid on the couch. Trent was like, shut up, I'm bringing a hot dog. Like, you're gonna be fine. So I'm like, okay. And I like lay down, but it just felt so bad. Then I kept feeling like I had to poo. But every time I would try to go poo, there was no poo. So after like the third time of going up and down the stairs and going to the bathroom, I realized I was bleeding. So I was like, oh no. It's like, Trent. And then the pain just started like kicking in, and I was crying because I was in so much pain. It was awful. It felt like all my bones in my body were breaking, like at one time. I really can't explain it. It was like the worst thing ever. So when we got to the hospital, we went to Grady because I live in Atlanta. So we went to Grady, which was right by my grandmother's house, even though we live in Decatur. We wanted to give birth at DeKalb Medical, but because we were closer to Grady, we just went there first. So we got there, and Trent's like, my wife's bleeding, you know, like pulls up to the emergency, all gangsta-licious like. And the lady's like, you're going to have to put on some pants. Because I took my pants off because I was so hot, and I was in so much pain. Then I was bleeding so much. Like, there was blood everywhere. So the lady's like, you're going to have to put your pants on. I'm like, hey, lady, fuck you. I'm dying. Like, bitch, are you going to take me in or what? So the lady takes me in there. I, like, pass out because I'm in, like, so much pain. But before I did pass out, I heard the lady say, are you shot? And I'm like, no, I'm bleeding. And I point down at my vagina. She's like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, oh my God. So I think for her to say, like, are you shot? I must have been bleeding, like, a whole lot. Oh, my grandmother was with me, my Nana, my best friend. So it was me, her, and Trent. And they gave me some kind of fluid for my pain to stop. And I like went into deep sleep, and there was like no more pain. That lasted for about 2 days, and then, you know, I ended up going into labor. Now, I can't tell you exactly what made me go into labor because they kept giving me different answers like preeclampsia, and then it's no, you have an abruption, and you know, we're not sure. And so I ended up going into labor. When I actually went into labor, they told my husband, they were like, okay, so we can keep the baby or we can keep your wife, because I lost 400 cc's of blood coming in, and after having my C-section, I had lost 900 cc's. So a bitch was dry, like dry. I have no blood, like just kill me, right? So they basically were like, yeah, like, you know, we can save the baby, maybe, and your wife could bleed out in surgery, or we could have the baby naturally, and the baby could possibly die, and then your wife could possibly die. So basically my husband had like shitty options. He was crying the whole time, I was crying the whole time, my grandma was crying, my uncle was crying, like everybody, we were just fucking big ass babies, right? Because they were giving us like worst case scenarios ever. So they said I could push, and I was like, whatever, fine, I'll push. Then they're like, no, let's have a C-section. I'm like, okay, fine, let's have a C-section. They're like, yeah, dad can come in, you're gonna be fine. So then it comes time for me to actually get the C-section. Bitch, do you know they're like, no, we can't have dad come in, like, you're too far gone, we're just gonna have to put you under. So at this point in time, I'm mad because I feel like, and I'd only been seen by white doctors so far. So I was mad, I was crying, like really crying, like hysterically crying, you know, like those. I was like screaming, crying, and the lady was like, it was a white doctor. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't trust y'all. Like, y'all gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. Like, where's Trent? I don't want y'all. I want Trent. I'm like crying. So they sent like this big black lady. Like, she was like 6 foot tall, 400 pounds. And she came in, she was just like, I got you, baby. You gonna be fine. And I'm like, she was like rubbing my head, and then like I did the breathing mask and everything with like the gas, which burns a little bit. Then I went to sleep. Cool. So I lost 900 cc's of blood or whatever. It was pretty rough surgery for me. I had slight trouble waking up after my surgery. But when I woke up, I was in pain. Like, girl, I wanted all the drugs that you could possibly give me. Like, I was like, I'm dying. Like, I'm literally dying. But then the pills that they gave me, I was like loopy as fuck. Anywho, so I gave birth to my daughter at 24. I think she was 24 weeks and a day, or 24 weeks and 2 days. But she was born on 4/20 at 12:34 a.m. Ain't she funny? Like, on 4/20, you think you're grown? You really think you're grown? You're not grown. You're not grown. Your parties are never going to be lit because I'm going to ruin all of them. So, whatever. So, I gave birth to her, and first off, I was hurt that I had to give birth to her, but I was content with the fact that she was alive. And I hadn't gone to see her. Like, I don't think I got to see her for, like, the first, I want to say 2 days for life. I didn't get to see her because I was, like, with a catheter. Look, don't do this. I pulled a catheter out of myself to get inside of a wheelchair. When I tell you pain, bitch, I didn't know it was a bag. It's a bag like the size of my head inside. So I pulled it, and the bag popped, and it came out. Girl. And I bled, and I cared, but I pretended I didn't care because I didn't want them to give me another reason I had to stay in my bed and I couldn't go see my baby. So I go upstairs and I went to go see my baby. So when I got up there, I cried. I did. I cried. I did. Because Chloe looked like a blood clot with a face. Like, I'm not even bullshitting. Like, you could see her heart, you could see her veins. Like, she was see-through. You could see everything. And I was just like, okay. But when they told me that I was going to have a C-section, you know, I looked at Trent and I was just like, she's going to be a little ugly. Like, we're going to be okay. You know, trying to be strong for him. And then I realized I had to get a C-section. And then I started acting the fuck up and crying and shit, right? So, that happened. So about the second day, my cousin Jada came to the hospital to come see me. And we went up there to go see baby. I was in better spirits. And she's also had a baby that was a preemie. So I think she kind of knew what to expect. So we went upstairs and went to go see her. And we took our first pictures of her. And I talked to her. Because the first time I went up there, I couldn't speak. I was just like, I like lost it. I couldn't stand. Like, I was really broken. Because it's just like, you're looking at your baby and you're like, are you hurt? You know, like, are you okay? Like, am I being selfish? Like, do you really want to live? Do you really want to be here? Like, a lot of stuff is kind of going through your head because you don't want to be that parent that says, no, I'm going to keep my child. They're like, oh, your child's suffering. No, I'm going to keep my child. You don't, it's like, I love you enough to be okay with you not making it if that puts you at peace, you know? So, we took our first pictures of her, and I got her on Twitter because all my friends were like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And so I just kind of announced that I had given birth to her. I tweeted, oh my God, I don't remember it verbatim, but I tweeted, like, she's just a little ugly, but, you know, mama didn't push out no weak bitches, you know, and that was that. So what that meant was, I don't know how people took it, like, oh, she called her a baby ugly. I don't know how people took it like that. But what I meant was, she doesn't have any fucking skin. And then first of all, even full-term babies are ugly. All babies are ugly. If you look at your child and you say your child's beautiful when it's first born, it's because you love it. It's ugly. It's a mole rat. It has hair all over it. It's like purple. It's got the pussy particles all over its face. It's not cute. It's not cute. I don't care what anybody says. You love it to death, but it's not cute. So all of sensitive Twitter was like trying to attack me. But it was more people supporting me than people actually being turds about it. They're like, you're a horrible mother who knocked you up. And then I'm a reader. Like, I'm really good at the whole nice and nasty thing. But it was too many people for me to be nice and nasty too. I think one girl, I went on her Twitter and she was like, mother of 6. Bitch was like 22. Her baby daddy wasn't in the picture. Like, she wasn't fucking with him. It was like, single, mother of 6. I live in Arkansas. And I was just like, you over here telling me not to call my child ugly, and you ain't even, you ain't understood the concept of birth control yet. Like, girl, I did. So I just kind of was like, okay. And I was real nice about it. I was like, okay, cool. But y'all have your own babies. Y'all call y'all own babies pretty if you want to. I don't care. And it kind of pissed me off because just like for people to not see that I was making a joke when I really wanted to cry. Like, I was like, okay, cool. You're ugly. Nah, like, it made me laugh for a quick second. It's like an escape from reality. I don't know how people didn't catch on to that. I mean, I don't owe anybody any explanation. It just pissed me off because people act like you're supposed to be. And then the thing is, if I was to post a picture and be like, my baby's beautiful, they'd be like, bitch, your baby dying. So it was no way for me to win. So in the beginning, she was born. All preemies have shitty lungs. All of them. Well, all super preemies have shitty lungs. My baby was born at 24 weeks. So that means I was like 5.5 months pregnant. So she's literally the smallest that hospitals want them to be. Like, anything smaller, hospitals are like, your baby's gonna die. Like, they don't care. So she had poor lungs. You know, it was hard for her to breathe on her own. She had liver damage. She still has liver damage. She had a hole in her heart that would not close for anything. She had to have surgery on that. So she has a clamp now in her heart that brings it all together. It's gonna close up the hole. So they gave her, I want to say 3. Yeah, they gave her 3 treatments. It's a medicine that will close up the hole, but it closed it up just a little bit, but it still wasn't good enough. Then she had, there's like 4 levels of brain bleeding. So in layman's terms, she had blood all over the place. Because at first it was a 2. Like, I think her first 3 days there, it was a 2. Then out of nowhere, on like her 5th day, she decided she wanted to have a brain 4 bleed. And they're telling me, like, she'll never walk. She'll never talk. She could be mentally retarded. But at that point, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you come home, girl, we're going to put your little helmet on you. We're going to put you in your little wheelchair. Bitch, you about to be fly. I'm putting spinners on your fucking wheelchair. I don't care. As long as you make it and you come home. That's it. Meanwhile, my child has been moving her arms and her legs the whole time she's been in NICU. So everything's fine. Like, up to date. everything, like, all her motor skills are great. Her sight is great. She can hear. She has no brain damage at all. Yeah, her brain bleed, like, totally went away. So, the only issue she still has is she still has liver damage. Like, she's gonna have liver damage. She has one of those, like, I'm trying to put it in, like, terms, so if you're not, like, a doctor or you know anything about babies, you understand. But, like, her belly button sticks out. So her belly button looks like this. Yeah, because she had some kind of damage on the inside. But they said that should go down. If it doesn't, she'll have to have surgery on that too. Oh, she has huge lady parts. Like, they went and double checked to make sure she wasn't a boy. I mean, I'm not too, because I have big lady parts. I told her, I was like, girl, don't worry about the boys. Like, they don't care. They don't give a fuck, girl. You'll be okay. Look, at least you have a clitoris. There's some bitches that are born without clitorises. So, whatever. It's just big. But it's a vagina. It's a hole in there. It's like, girl, you're going to be fine. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, so right now she has a feeding tube. She's getting ready to come up with that because she's almost off her breathing. She doesn't have a breathing tube. She has, like, a little nosy thing. It's like 2 little prongs that stick in your nose and they give you air. Just in case, you know. But she's on, like, 3, so she's about to come off that too. And when she comes off that, then they'll start bottle feeding her, and then she can come home. I want to say this is my 98th day. I'm in the high 90s, early 100s day of NICU. I'm tired of NICU. But I love the people there. I respect them, and I love what they do for other people. I'm loud as fuck, so when I come in, and I always do my makeup when I go see my baby, because it's just like, hey girl, I'm your mama. Like, I know I look shitty the first day you ever saw me, but I swear to God I'll never look like that again. And she opens her eyes, and she's tried to snatch off my eyelash once, and the other time I had kissed her, and when I was kissing her, she tried to lick my lip gloss. So she's gonna be a beauty guru. I'm already betting on it. Like, she's catching the, and she tried to pull my hair out, but I think it's because she's bald headed, so she was hating on me. But whatever. As far as preemie, like, first of all, I would never wish for anybody to have a preemie baby. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever have to go to. Like, I have a spouse, and with things like this, some people shut down, or some people are like me and they embrace it, and it is what it is, and waiting on you whenever you want to go home. I'll be here. My husband is more so, like, he's there for her. He goes all the time, and he reads to her. Yeah, he actually loves reading her. She wakes up and does stuff. When I go, she just wants to sleep on me. She doesn't really care about me. But she'll wake up and play with him, and he reads to her, and he goes and talks to her, and, you know, all that good stuff. But for a long time, he was very scared, and he was like, you know, I'm scared to get close to my baby, because what if my baby passes away?
Stop crying.
And I was just kind of like, because I didn't know what to say to that, but I was just like, fuck you, she's not gonna die. And then I walked out of the room and I cried. But I didn't want, it's like, we both can't break down together. Like, you can only, it's like, you break down, cool, you good, okay. Like, you can't break down together, because then who's holding the fort? Nobody. Everybody's fucking crying, everybody's fucking mad, and ain't shit getting done. So we don't have any of that in my house. I can only hope for the best. I mean, currently I can only have I can only endure 2 more pregnancies, if that. And I mean, we're not trying to get pregnant anytime soon. It's just I wanted a shitload of babies. But to compensate from that, we have 3 dogs, so I don't care. We have 3 dogs, and then my little brother stays with me. He's 18. Well, he'll be 18, but he's my child too. I like to say that I gave birth to him, and he just came out a grown man. So I think the hardest part about this is the waiting, because you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then people say a little fucked up shit like, well, at least you didn't have to keep her inside. And I'm like, bitch, I wanted to keep her inside. I wanted to be big and beautiful and pregnant at my baby shower, you know? But Chloe was like, nah, like, this is my party, and I'm coming, and you better prepare for me. I was like, bitch, you ruining my life. It's like, no. But I really want to have, you know, a pregnancy photo shoot and be all cute and stuff and, you know, do stuff. But she here now, it ain't nothing I can do about it. So I've really loved all the support that I've gotten from Twitter and Instagram and everybody basically supporting us and rooting for us. Because at the end of the day, I really feel like all those well wishes and prayers and I love you, Chloe, and I hope Chloe's doing okay. How's she doing? That shit goes a long way. Like, it gives me something to look forward to because I'm like, oh, I just took a video today. Like, I can go post her. Like, people are gonna say they love her and da-da-da. This is gonna be great. And then it makes me feel better because it lets me know that I'm not in this shit by myself. And feeling like you're in something like this by yourself is like the worst feeling ever. Because then people are like, how's your baby? I thought you were pregnant. Like, I was pregnant. Your baby died? No, she's in the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, you get tired. So then when people are like, yeah, I understand. Girl, we finna go to NICU. We finna turn up. Like, that does so much for me. Like, and I'm a Twitter head anyway, so I'm up there all day. So if you're asking me about my baby, I'm be like, oh, she's fine. She's doing great. I went to go see her the other day, yeah, and she stuck her tongue out. Like, little shit like that means the world to me. I will say that the only downside to this is that you have people that they try to target you. And when I say try to target you, I mean I've had people make GoFundMes with my baby's face on it. I knew these people though. I won't say any names, but I knew these people. I was very fucking pissed. And you know, they take them down, or at the end of the day, it's like, I'm suffering enough. Don't put no more shit on me than needs to be put on me. Like, I can't deal with bullshit, and I won't deal with bullshit, not with my child or shit, me. Like, I'm definitely not my child. I'm not doing it. So, this whole thing, I will say, has made me more of a spiritual person. Because me and Trent go to church. It's just that Trent likes to fuck with me sometimes and be like, you know, what if when you die, you replay your memories for like 5 minutes and then that's it? Then I'm like, why would you say that? Like, what's gonna happen? You know, like, and so we've been kind of iffy. But when you go through shit like this, like I know I don't know who it is, but it's somebody up there that's like, I got you, girl. Like, I see you. I see you going up there to go see your baby. You right, girl. Right, you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to make her breathing a little better. Like, that shit, like, I don't know what the fuck's up there, but somebody's fucking watching, and somebody is rooting for all of us. Like, I don't care. Like, there's no way science can tell me, oh, yeah, your baby's gonna die. I had a fucking doctor tell me my baby's gonna die, and me and Trent need to go ahead and get our funeral plans together. You know how painful that is? Like, I was ready to fight. Like, his godmother and father were just kind of like, Emily, are you okay? You want some water? You want to take a walk? I'm like, nah. What you said? Like, I was, because you shouldn't, no parent should ever have to go through that. And no parent wants to bury their child. Like, you want them to bury you. You know, you want them to give you a nice little funeral and have everybody out there and show them how great of a person you are. You don't want to bury your child at all. At all. That's not something that I don't wish that on anybody. I don't hope that happens to anybody. And I have people in my comments like, oh, well, it would be a shame if that baby were to die. Like, fuck you. Who says that about a child? So, I feel like me and Trent are very lucky. I feel like... Are you about to cry? No, I'm not about to cry. Okay. But... Oh, girl, it's so long. I just might. I feel very lucky to have her, and I'm gonna cry. Fuck y'all. Alright? Look, people cry sometimes. But I feel very lucky to be her mother and for her to pick me. Like, I think being a mother and knowing that somebody loves you that much, it's crazy. So I'll never understand girls who have babies and then it doesn't work out with their baby father and then they're like fiending after him. Girl, fuck him. You know who loves me? My child does. It's nothing that I could describe really to you. It's just like, and then when I go see her sometimes, I'm like, yo, I really made you. Like, I really cooked you inside of me. Like, she's me. Like, it's amazing. It's really amazing. And I'm just happy to see her grow. Currently now she's 4 pounds, 7 ounces. She's already hit the 4 pound mark, which she has to come home. But she's still working on feeding, and she's still working on getting off that breathing machine. So when she gets off that stuff, then she can come home. I know a lot of you asked about my registry and stuff, and I know I'm sucky out. But I'm gonna post a link down there, and I hope you guys check it out if you want to. You don't have to do shit. Don't make people feel like you gotta do some stuff. But if you want to, that's cool too. Cause bitch, we love getting fucking presents. I'm like, we got a gift. Like, I see that I bet the FedEx man is tired of me. Like, he's probably tired of me. Because I'm like, what do we get? He's like, I don't know. Sorry, your fucking paper got in my face. So, I'm just very excited. I'm very excited for her to come home. I'm very excited to finally go to sleep and not worry about her. And I'd be like, I wonder if she's lonely. Like, I wonder if she's okay. Because then I'll have her. And... like, that's that. Like, I'll just have her, and she'll be with me, and I'll be with her, and we're gonna bother our daddy, and we're gonna play with our fucking dogs, and it's amazing. And I don't think I've ever loved anybody like this. I don't think anybody's loved me like this, to be honest. Like, I'm just very lucky to have her, and I'm lucky for the place that I'm in. I'm lucky for all the things I have. Like, I'm very blessed, as your grandma would say. And I'm content with everything. And so now I just want to make videos with my baby and fucking put lashes on her and put lashes on me and be great, really. Like, that's it. I just hope that my story helps other people. I hope that it does something for somebody else, because I felt very alone. Like, there were people who had babies that were 30 weeks, 30 plus weeks. My baby was 24 weeker. Like, usually when you say that, people are like, oh shit. And you'd be like, yeah, fuck off. But I felt very alone. And to be so young and have a baby that's preemie, I felt very alone. I didn't feel like anybody was really going through the same thing as me. And I just kept thinking, like, what did I do to deserve this? But truth is, if you're watching this and you have a preemie baby, you didn't do nothing to deserve this. In fact, bitch, your baby's probably gonna love you more, and you're gonna have a better bond with your child because you know what it's like to feel like you're gonna lose them. So, it's beautiful. But I hope you guys like and subscribe, and, like, give me some fucking insight on what kind of videos you want to see. Bitch, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, let me know what you want to see, for real, because I'm annoying, and I don't have nothing to do. I got all this time to wait for my child. So if you want to see something, let me know, because I can do it. I does it. Like, fuck with your girl. So, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Snapchat, and follow me on Instagram. Love y'all.